This video is all about taking risks. Let's go. All right, now let's take some risks. Here we go. Let's do it again. Waymaker, miracle worker. That's a basic A chord. Promise, keep a basic E chord. Light in the darkness, B. That is who you are. Now watch this. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. So as you can see, instead of playing the basic major chords, we're going to substitute those with some nice, risky minor chords. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KC, and as you guys can see, we're going to have a lot of fun in this piano tutorial. And if you guys want, I'm going to include a bonus version of me playing that song using my 43 plus 65. You all remember that from my Transformula series. I didn't include it in the demo at the front part of this video because I felt it was a little too risky. So in step one, what we want to do is we want to make sure we have our basic chords down. And the cool thing about this works in literally every type of song. So our first chord here is an E major chord. And if you notice, here is root, first, second inversion. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold the E here in the left hand. So you can do something like this. And then our second chord is going to be a B major chord, and we're going to keep the E in the left hand. And we only have two more chords to go. The third chord is going to be a D major chord. And if you notice, this is D major, first, second, so. And last but not least, we have an A major chord, which is basically A major chord. And that's root position. So let's review. This is like a basic E chord. This is a B over E, and it turns into looks like an E major 7 with a suspended 2. And then our third chord is an E9 suspended 4. And these all these fancy terms, I'm not considering not necessary, but this is basically a D over E. And last but not least, we have A over E. Now the reason why I wanted to cover the 4 basic chords is because I find a lot of musicians who send me videos of themselves playing and they don't cover the basics first, and they just go to the super crazy, risky, advanced type of chords, and I don't even understand where they're going with the song because they didn't cover the basic first. So you always want to keep it simple when you're starting out. You all know my motto, that less is more. So with that being said and done, you must know your basics before you try to jump into these different risky type of advanced chord substitutions. So let's talk about these minor chords. Now it sounds like I'm playing a lot more than what I really am. The minor chord for E major is C sharp minor. Now if you notice, I'm going to open this up and give you a variation. And then I'm going to, with the right hand, play these notes. Now this sounds like a lot. It sounds like I'm playing a lot for absolute beginners. So if you want, you can do this, C sharp minor, and then B major with the right hand. So that's the substitution for this. All right, but if you want to really take it up a notch, you can stretch it out like this. So you have your choice. So you C sharp minor, left hand, B major with the right hand, or open it up here for the C sharp minor 9 with the 11. So anytime you play an E major, you can go to this chord right here. All right, so that's for E. Watch this. Let's go to B. Instead of playing a B chord, remember, go to the relative minor, which is going to be a G sharp minor. And what I like to do is I lean into it. I'll do something like this. So we can play this chord here. This is the wide version. This is a C sharp, a G sharp minor right here. G sharp minor 9 with the 11th. I just want to spell that out for you. Now, if this is too much of a stretch for you, let's see, what's another variation that we can do? Let's do this. So this is a G sharp. Now I know this shows A flat. And then with the right hand, I'm going to play an F sharp major chord. So we can put all this together. This is a substitution for a basic G sharp minor chord. And then you can add this here. All right. And this is our substitution for the what? B major. So instead of Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. So what do? Watch this. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. And you got to do the same thing for D and the same thing for A. Now, I open my chords up. I'm not going to play it like that. I'll play it like this. Lord, you are good and your mercy. And again, I forgot to let you guys know that all of these chords, I'm going to break them down in a PDF, step by step, as well as the MIDI files, as well as the play along tracks. So I'm going to include all of this in this video lesson for you guys in the free club. All right, so let's go back to our D chord. Same thing. What is the relative minor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you notice, 6 is our relative minor, which is a B minor. And we can probably do an A major. And this will be our substitution for the B minor. We'll add that there. It gives us a B minor 9/11. Now, is that the way I would play that chord? Probably not. It probably would be a lot more open. Now, this is our substitution for our D. I don't want anybody to get confused. So, Lord, you're good and your mercy endureth forever. Now, watch this. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth for, and then I think I will go to this chord. Ever. Now this is my B minor 9/11. I'll spell it out for you. Play this with the right hand, which is basically a D major 9 over this B minor 7. So there you go, B minor 9/11. All right, so you have this chord, 1, 2, 3, and then I think we go chord number 4. Now, take your time and look at this. If you can see here is the F sharp minor 9/11. So F sharp is the 6th of what key? You got it, A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we're trying to substitute this A. So anytime you play a major chord, go to that relative minor, experiment and see what you come up with. And I'm just going to give you the white version here, but if you need the other version, that will be it. So F sharp minor with an E major. All right, and I'll give you the white version here. All right, and of course that's F sharp, A major 9 together. So let's talk this through. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. This also works for here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. So you can see these minor chords work for both. Anytime you do a major chord, go to that relative minor. I promise you, you're going to create some interesting, but it's risky. And I'm going to talk about the reason why these are risky, because sometimes they can clash with the melody line. So one more time, let's talk this through. And I tell you what, we will stay in the same key of E, and we will do that song Waymaker. So we did this. Waymaker, A major, miracle worker, promise E, light in the darkness, B. That is who you are. C sharp minor. Ready? Here we go. Instead of A, go to this chord. Waymaker, miracle worker. Instead of going to E, go here. Promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God. There you go. That's the substitution for the B. My God, that is who you are. Now, what can we do here? We can use some transition chords, all right? And this is really more or less, I'm not gonna say for my advanced musicians, but this helps make this make sense, and it brings these chords together. So I'm gonna use some diminished 7th chords to bring these chords to life. So we did a Lord, you are good. Now, instead of there, we know we can do this. Lord, you are good. Now, what did I do to get there? Lord, you are good. So we can do this. And I'm just gonna do this. Just keep it simple for you guys. And that is a C sharp diminished 7. And comment below if you want me to do a whole video about diminished chords, and I may even do some diminished 7th drop movements that you hear a lot of popular gospel musicians do. All right, so comment below if that's what you guys want. So anyway, so we have this C diminished 7, C sharp diminished 7, take it down a half step, and that turns into a C diminished 7, and then go to your chord. So, Lord, you are good and your mercy. You see what I did there? Another diminished 7th chord. So that's a G sharp diminished 7th, and this looks like an A flat, of course, on my keys here. All right, but this is a G sharp because we're in the key of E. So we can take this down a half step, and again, you have the PDF to follow along with. So, and then there you go. So let's do it again. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth. Now we need to get to the key of D, which our substitution is a B minor. Forever. Now let me break that down. That's a B diminished 7. Take it down to A sharp or B flat diminished 7. And then, since I'm already down here, I'll keep it nice and warm. I'll play that chord right here. This is the same chord. So let's do it again. Lord, you are good, mercy and do. Oh, hold on. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. There we go. I knew it was going to kick in there. Now, you're probably noticing I'm doing some passing tones as well. So let's talk about this. The first one is Lord. Now, what can I do? I can do this. Lord, you are good. So I'm passing. Boom. Boom. Start with the E, or you can start here with the D sharp. Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth. Now what did I do? Start on the B flat here or A sharp, and then bring that down a half step. Y'all got it. You got it. And then same thing here. Forever. And then we got one more taking us here, so I can do something like this. So we have an F sharp diminished 7. Take it down a half step. So I started with this A flat or G sharp. There we go. All right. So let's do this in real time. All right. Now let's take some risks. Here we go.